You checked out. I gave everybody flyers when they checked out. Oh my God, then you don't get the info. Okay. You have to get the flyer from me upstairs. Okay, that's upside down. So we want to welcome you to Fabric Chicks Live on Monday at 4. So we are going to be interviewing the Dutch Quilter, Lenny. But for right now, we have Gary, her husband, and we have Tina helping. And they're going to just show you some of the quilts that Lenny still has kits available for, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to get up close so you guys can see these. Hi, Mo from Idaho. How are you? So see how she bedazzles them with the rhinestones there in the center. And then it's all hot ribbon. So if you look really close, you can see how it's got a really nice finished edge. And in a minute, Lenny's trying to get something ready. She's going to show us how to do some shading and how to do the hot ribbon. So what's this one called, Gary? If you girls want it, just type it in and then I'll pick it up from them.
Poppies and daisies.
Poppies and daisies, and there is a kit. Do you know off the top of your head how much it is?
No, I'd have to look.
Okay, so he can look that up if you're interested. And then here we have, what's the name of this one? Plumeria, and it's got a beautiful butterfly. Hi, June and Kathleen and Ann and Sherry and Peggy. Peggy, I'm going to call you when I'm driving home. Hi, Lynn. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, Gary's got another one over here. I'm trying not to make you girls dizzy. So here's another one. What's this one called, Gary?
Dragonfly with the iris.
Dragonfly with an iris. So look at how beautiful the dragonfly is. And if you girls have any questions, you know the drill. Just type it in and we'll get them answered for you. Lenny is here, and we're going to interview her in a minute. She's just trying to get ready to do a demo so she can show you guys how to do it. So this one's called Tulips, maybe?
Pink tulips.
Pink tulips. So we do have patterns for all of these, and we do have kits also. So that one's called Pink Tulips, and this one is called
Royal Rose.
Royal Rose. And then you can see Lenny loves to bedazzle them with the Swarovski crystals. Yes, Karen, I am exhausted. And then here is leaves. Falling leaves. Look at how pretty that one is. And that one's a pretty easy one. Just a bunch of leaves.
They're all easy.
Lenny says they're all easy. Okay. So those we have kits for. How much, which kit are you interested in, June? And then we'll get the price. What? She'll tell us which one she's interested in. No, she just said how much. Which kit did you like, June? And we'll figure that out. Look at Gary's over there busily working, trying to figure it out. $64.95 was for the poppy and daisy. It includes all your hot ribbon. It also includes the markers so that you can do your shading and the Swarovski crystals. No, not the crystals. Everything but the crystals. I totally lied. The dragonfly. How much was the dragonfly kit? Oh, he's looking $74.95, and it includes everything you need. It's got some shimmery fabric right here to go on your dragonfly, and then all of your hot ribbon and your blenders, your blending markers. Okay. Let me know if you need it. The pink tulips is $44.95. So it was $59.95, and now it's $44.95. So they've got some good prices. Everything's been marked down. Since the pandemic, they've knocked everything down. Okay, let me know if you want me to pick anything up for you girls. $63.70 for the plumeria with the butterfly. Okay. And the leaves. Karen, I do have to admit, I got home and into bed at 10 o'clock on Saturday, and I did not get out of bed until 7:30 this morning. So literally, I slept for 33 hours. We don't have a price on the falling leaves, so you guys just tell them how much you want to pay for it. Okay, here is Lenny, who is the Dutch Quilter. Lenny, what made you decide to get into quilting?
into quilting?
Yes. Have you quilted
That's
your
a
whole
good
life?
question. I don't know. I had a friend that introduced me to traditional quilting, but to me, it became very boring. If
Yeah.
I had one block done, I thought, okay, been there, done that. I need to make 22 more or 23 more, and I became really bored with it. With my art background, I started using to create artsy type quilts versus
Hmm.
piecing. I was working on one in 2001, and I needed a black tape. What do you call
Like
it?
bias tape or
Bias
something?
tape. And I was so extremely frustrated with it because when you have the raw edges, you have to fold them. They're bulky. They're hard to maneuver to go around corners or tips of leaves. So a friend of mine had introduced me to this ribbon, which you can see over here. It is an eighth of an inch, comes in 22 colors, and it has an adhesive on it. They were using it in Japan for a total different thing. And she said, what can we do with it in America? I ran out of that bias tape, being very frustrated, and I used this particular tape to finish it off. And I can show the girls in a minute how to do that. This
Okay.
is a no-sew. You can cut it, you can put it any which way, and it will stay.
If you put it on a wearable, can you wash it?
Yes, but not when you color them. For sure,
Okay.
if you use the original color as they come in, yes, you can. But if you alter the color, like in my art quilts, you
Mhm.
cannot.
Okay, so if you shade it, then you
Correct.
can't. Yeah.
But most of this stuff is used for art quilts, and they usually don't get washed. But they use it for, they put it through the dryer on air to get, because that's really what it is, the dust that destroys your quilts. Yeah, these are all my
Crystals.
crystals.
Look at, I love that. I want that box.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Okay, so when I developed, when I got a hold of this stuff, I started developing things to go with it. And one of them, excuse me, my allergies are driving me crazy. I started making patterns for it. Try to make it as easy as possible I can for people. So you use your steam machine, but it's a two-sided adhesive.
And you use steam steam 2 light or
Two.
Okay, not the light.
No. You can if you want to, but I prefer not to. And I trace this all to the steam machine. Okay? So when you have done that, you cut them out, and they're all marked. Flower B number 4,
In your patterns, you've reversed all of the pieces for them.
already reversed.
Okay.
Wow, I'm sorry, guys. So I have traced all these, cut all my pieces out, and then I give you a full placement guide. So you take your, let me see, I think I had it upside down. Oh, this way. Wow. And if it is not precise, it is okay, because I can cut something out, and the next time I cut something out and it's a total different cut. I mean, you can never be that precise. So, but that's okay. So you lay all your pieces down, and when that is down, you can peel this off as a unit. Okay? And then that whole unit you put on your background. You pick it up and you lay this on your background.
So you're going to lay all these pieces on top of your placement guide. Then you're going to fuse it.
Correct.
So that it becomes all one piece.
Correct. And then you peel it off and you put it on your background.
Perfect.
Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to put the ribbon on. And I'm going to do it directly on here. Just pretend that this is fabric.
Okay.
Because
I came down before she was ready.
so I'm laying down the ribbon, and I just basically go around the edge. And you noticed, don't take a whole lot. When it warms up, it will go any which way you want it to go.
I call it little Pac-Man bites, like the Pac-Man game.
You picked that up for me because I came up with that.
Okay.
Pac-Man.
Well, you know, nothing's original. I've stolen it from somewhere.
Yep. So when I come by a point, remember when you do the black tape, bias tape, all you need to do is clip it.
So you cut it on an angle there.
Yes. Anchor it down. Clip the opposite angle.
But save all your little clips because she puts them in the center of her flowers.
Yep. Lay it down. Now, remember, this is on the background fabric. So you put it half on, half off.
Len, we're at Zephyr Point Conference Center. So,
Show them the ladies.
so here's all the ladies in the class working hard on their UFOs. So, and I think, Lenny, didn't I read that you're going to be doing an extra retreat in the fall, or are you still thinking about it?
Yeah, we are.
Do you have the dates?
Gary, where is he? The 30th.
October 30th to November.
Okay, so October 30th to November 4th, you guys can call, you have to call Gary because Lenny doesn't answer the phone.
Yes, I do, but not always.
And you want to, do you know how much the price is already?
He will be back in a second.
Okay, when
but
Gary
let him know.
comes back, we'll pick his brain.
Okay, so now I have,
But this is a great class because if you do this workshop, if you do these hot ribbons, Lenny will help you through it.
Yep.
So that's included in the cost of your class.
correct. So now, if you noticed here, there is gray ribbon. Okay.
Yes.
The reason why I did that is because we have only two color greens. A lime green,
So the lime green would look
which I
yucky.
do not like, and the dark green, the forest green.
Yes.
Okay,
Neither of them work.
correct.
And you can't really shade those to the right shade.
You could, but you get it much darker, and it's questionable. So what I do is I use a neutral color, which is gray, and that is kind of related to,
And then she's got this fun,
I hope they're not leaking because we went over the mountains. And all I do is I go directly on the ribbon and I can create any color that way that I want. Okay, so you can see it adjusts itself to the colors that you have on. And if you get this on your fabric, it's okay because it kind of blends it in. Now, if you noticed over here, I have done additional by adding darker colors to get some depth. Don't have to do that, but I thought it was fun to do. Over here, I can leave it with minimal shading, or I can go all the way out by using the markers. And since these are blendable, alcohol based, they blend super easy. So you use a blender to go over it. So if you use,
Peggy, don't worry. I have all of that.
yep. So you go over it and say, I want to add more color to that. And because this petal comes from behind, I just put a little bit of red underneath there, and people freak out over that, but it is the simplest, easiest thing because cannot go wrong. You use your blender and you kind of blend it away. Within 2 minutes, this is dry and you can see what you have done, and it is much, much lighter than it actually appears to
When
be
it
it's
dries.
wet. Yeah. So it's super easy. So when you get this all done, you quilt it, and then I put all the crystals in the centers.
Except for she likes to give it to me before with the crystals.
So I blew it a couple times. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, for me to quilt with the crystals already on it. So girls, I'm just saying, if you give me your quilts to quilt with the crystals on it, I'm going to say no. But look, you can't say no to Lenny.
No, but
Okay.
the only explanation I have, and you can forgive me for that, is when I do that shows,
Yes.
people want me to finish them off. So I have these finished pieces,
Yeah.
including the crystals, and I can't remove them anymore. So poor Beth gets stuck with them.
I know, I have to quilt around them and hope for the best. What kind of pens are you using?
I'm using Copic markers. These are refillable markers. We cannot get them wholesale anymore because they changed
Yeah,
uh,
manufacturers. Yeah.
manufacturers. But the people have Copic markers. We have a replacement marker that I don't know the name of because we just got them. But we have as close as possible to the ones, the originals.
Yeah.
But they're all included in the kits. There are also refills still available if you need them by Blick art store. It's Blick. It's a big
Dick Blix.
Dick Blicks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can still get the Copic markers, but I cannot get them wholesale anymore. So we have found a replacement, and this is the Catch Me Out. That is our little blending tool. Now look over here. Do you remember how dark that was? Look how much is blended away. But-
You don't even, yeah, it just adds a little bit of depth.
Yep. It's amazing.
Okay. What else do you have to tell us?
Well, I don't know.
Well, wow.
You give me some
Um,
ideas.
What, okay. So at the retreat in the fall,
Yes.
anybody can sign up. So even if you don't have a friend, you can still sign up and you can meet friends here.
Right.
And you do gift exchanges, you do all kinds of fun stuff.
Right.
Oh, you could show us some of your prints.
Okay.
All right. She just had surgery, so she's wheeling around.
Yeah, which is
And look at, there's cute little Max.
very
And then
frustrating.
here, I'm trying not to get you guys busy, but here's all the ladies busily working. Here's shirts if you have OQD, obsessive quilting disorder. Thank goodness there's no cure.
So I did for the Ukraine, in honor for the Ukraine, I did a bunch of
Oh,
sunflowers.
those are beautiful. So what kind of painting is this?
This is all color pencil.
Okay.
This is another one. That was just did very recent
Uh-huh.
for the Ukraine. I hope they can see it, please.
They can.
Oh well,
Whoops, now they're going on the floor.
that's all right.
And she has greeting cards, $24 for a set of 12. And we've got winter birds. Here's all the different winter birds. So if you need gift cards, but they're really so beautiful, you could just frame them. And then here's summer birds. And here's all the different birds. These would be fun to make quilts out of.
Now these are also printed on a large scale. If you notice they're super large cards. So people use them not only for greeting cards, but they also use them for framing.
Perfect.
So yeah, so that's
5 by
also-
7, I think. So we've got one.
8.5 by 5.25, I think.
Okay.
I think they are. But I have many different kinds of prints. So different. My
So
husband-
she's always busy. She
Yeah.
can't sit still. So she's always doing some kind of artwork. There's her plumeria. There's a bigger one if you need a
There's
ocean
Nova Scotia.
scene.
I'm trying to old trucks.
Old trucks, those are still popular. So if you need some artwork for any part of your house, that's great for that.
Ballerinas.
Oops, I'm trying to get them up out of the glare for you guys. All right, so what made you, well, you haven't always been in the United States, have you? Because you do have kind of an accent there.
Yep, I'm born and raised in Holland,
Mm-hmm.
and I met my husband, so I became his. The joke is his European souvenir.
Oh, I thought his indentured servant.
Well, he might like that. But,
Yes.
yeah, so I became. My son always makes a joke that you should have bought a cuckoo's clock that's cheaper.
Yes, for
So-
sure, for sure.
For a girl that loves diamonds and has 7 kids, so it was quite expensive. But anyhow, that's a joke in the family. But anyhow, yeah. Started out as, well, in Holland, I was an architect, but I did not pursue that career here because I had to start all over again. And we
And
had
get
kids.
licensing and yeah.
It didn't work out
Yeah.
for me, so I started teaching art in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and then eventually all grades
Mm-hmm.
from first through 12th. And got kind of into quilting because a friend did it.
Yeah.
And it basically evolved from there.
So you've been in the quilting industry for lots and lots of years. Like I
92.
was gonna say, as long as I can remember, you've pretty much been here.
Yes.
So what do you think is the biggest change in the industry? I knew I would stump you with a question.
No, there are actually a lot of things, I think. Well, first of all, COVID hit.
Yes.
So that was a big blow to all of us. We don't do shows anymore for that reason.
Right.
We were out of it.
Well, I think a lot of vendors won't be able to come back to doing shows because if you put so much money, you invest so much money into a show,
Exactly.
and then it doesn't happen.
Exactly.
And like for me, I had enough inventory for the next 3 shows, and then bam, so you're
Right.
sitting on it,
Right.
and yeah,
it's a lot of capital that you tie up. Now, we are not, thank goodness, we're not depending on it.
yes, that's your
But-
fun money.
Exactly.
Mhm.
We traveled with that and we saw the whole country. But it's actually to their benefit right now because we're closing a lot of these things for a lesser price.
Right.
Because we're trying to get rid of that inventory.
Yeah.
And that's why the kits are a lot less than they are normally.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's interested in the prints, I will have eventually a website because this is new. I started this doing in 2019.
Well, and the smaller prints are $15, and the larger prints are $30.
Yes.
So that's a really good price for artwork.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. We found a really good resource where we could have them printed.
Yeah.
So we could lower our price. I wish I could show them all the prints, but
Right.
of course, there's shipping involved if they
Yeah.
are not in town.
And your website is what?
I don't know yet. They're working on it right now.
So you don't have a website at all right now?
Not for the prints.
Okay,
Dutch
but they can go
Quilter.
to DutchQuilter.com and find you.
Right.
Okay.
And if you go on Facebook, it's under Art by Lenny.
Art by Lenny.
And
Okay.
there you can look at a lot of them are on there.
Okay.
Prints are on there.
Perfect. And Gary, how much is the retreat for October 30th through November 4th? So here's Gary. He loves to lug all of your luggage into your rooms for you. And he loves to lug all of your sewing machines. Look at, some people have multiple sewing machines here. You go, Gary, you go.
This year was $625
$625, and that includes 5 days,
from Sunday evening through
Friday
Friday
morning.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Includes your room, your lodging, all your meals,
Yeah.
and whatever.
Projects you want to work on.
Yeah, what happens a lot of times is that people do not want to do a project. They want to finish their unfinished project.
Right.
But if there is a request, like people want to learn how to do hot ribbon, for example,
Yeah.
there's no problem. I will just make time for that.
Yes.
As long as I know what they want to do. If they want something very specific, just let me know.
Yeah.
But this group has evolved into.
It's kind of the same ladies, I can tell you. It's the same
years.
ladies I see year after year after year after year after year. I know. Well, how long have you been coming, Ruby?
Since the 90s with her.
Yes. And so, who came the furthest? Where'd you come from? Oh my God, she flew in from Wisconsin. She drove?
Okay,
Oh my
Sue,
God, you're crazy.
Sue, where are you from?
Sue's also from Wisconsin.
Wow, just for this? Or
Yeah.
wow, she drove all the way from Wisconsin just for this, girls. No excuses. I know. So a lot of them have been coming since the early 90s. Yeah.
You came 2001, right? No, 2.
That's still 20 years almost. The year I taught how to do a chicken. The
funny one.
chicken shaman. Gosh, I don't know how long ago that was.
Maybe 4?
Oh gosh, probably 10. 10 years, because we did a
Longer,
tough fit
maybe
one year.
Around 2012, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, Gary has something to say. He's
No,
raising
just
his hand.
For the fall, it will be slightly more, not much, 10, 15, because they've upped their.
They keep upping their prices from what I hear. That's why I haven't booked one. I'm waiting for you guys to experiment and see how it goes.
So
Uh-huh.
it won't be that much more, but it will be something more. I don't want somebody coming back and asking how come it isn't $625.
Yeah, so it might be $650-ish. And that's for a double room, and then like $850 for a single room. 1050. So $1,050 for a single room. So that's a
Most
really good
people-
price
I
because
mean-
you're doing unfinished projects.
Right.
You can put 3 to a room and then split the cost.
Oh, you can put, with Gary, you can put 3 to a room and split the cost that way. When I do retreats, I don't do 3 in a room.
They have several.
Yeah,
they have limited rooms here.
But you never can be guaranteed if you get a three bed one or not.
No, they only have limited numbers,
Yes.
so you can't have too many people.
Yeah, yeah. And I usually take the 3-bedroom one for myself and all my worker bees. I know. Otherwise, we all got to sleep in the same beds together because I'm cheap and I don't want to get multiple rooms.
Yep.
Okay. Lynn says that's a great price. It really, really is. And Lynn would know because Lynn does lots of retreats. Okay, girls, do you have any questions for Lenny or Gary or anybody? Wait, here's what your view is out the window of the sewing room. You cannot get a better place. This is Zephyr Point Conference Center in Lake Tahoe. It's not South Lake, but it's kind of in the middle.
Absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Okay, can you think of anything else I forgot to ask you,
No,
Lenny?
No, I'm hoping that some people, like,
Yes.
and if they have any other questions, you can always email me or text me.
Okay. And what's your phone number? Well, what's Gary's phone number in case they saw a kit that they
Then
want?
he will give them to me anyhow because he doesn't know anything. No, 916
916
616
616
2755.
2755. So, or like Gary says, you can go on the website and order them. And are all the prices updated, Gary?
On the website, yes.
Yeah, he's updated all the sale prices on the website. All right, girls, that's all we have for today. Remember, we're not having a sale on Wednesday because I'm going to be going to another show in Lindsay, California. So, Best of the Valley Quilt Show. All right, Lenny, thank you so much for joining
you.
us. All right.
Thank you, girls.
Okay, see you guys soon. Bye. Okay.
So, hope it went okay.
Yeah, it was perfect. They love that stuff.